Hey everyone, my name is Tyler Jacobson, and I'm joined here by Professor Mike Corey. Mike teaches Com 388 TV sportscasting here at UD, but more importantly, he also works as a play-by-play broadcaster for ESPN. So Mike, it's good to have you here. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do for ESPN as well as what you do here at UD?
Yeah, no, awesome to be with you, Tyler. This is great. I love doing this. This is a second semester teaching a class here at the University of Delaware over TV sportscasting. And yeah, I've been really broadcasting sports on radio and TV probably for a good 24 years or so now. It's been crazy. Started here at the University of Delaware doing play-by-play on the radio for Delaware football and basketball, and then did a little bit of TV on the side for many years, and then about 2011 finally got on to ESPN, and I've also worked with NBC and been working with them for a good 12, 13 years now.
It's amazing. So put me in that headspace. You know, you get the job at ESPN, now you're thinking to yourself, you know, I think I want to teach too. So what made you want to get into that space with teaching and also working full-time at ESPN?
Yeah, I mean, it was probably during like the COVID year that, you know, we didn't have any games and things were slowing down, and I was, you know, kind of hanging out for the most part, to be honest with you. And I said, I got to come up with something else to do. And over the years, there's been like a lot of people that have either reached out, emails, calls, whether they found me through something or I met them or a friend of theirs suggested they contact me about, you know, getting involved in the business and just want to get some advice. And I didn't want to go and create something like on the internet, you know, with like pay to, you know, give advice or watch people's tapes. And I don't really have like all the time for that, you know, and it's a lot, you know, I mean, but I was like, wait a minute, you know, I would like to teach. I mean, I always kind of thought about it, you know, and one of my buddies who I work closely with teaches up in Massachusetts, and he's like, no, you'd be great for that. He's like, you got to, you know, look into that. It could lead to a lot of things. I think you'd really enjoy it. And I said, yeah, it's a good idea. So I reached out to the University of Massachusetts where I went to school, and then here at Delaware since I was working here for a long time doing games, and it worked out. I told them what I wanted to do, and they said, yeah, no, we could definitely use that in our comm department. And I figured, you know, with the years of experience and stuff that we could bring to the table and advice from people, you know, that I've come in contact with, I thought it'd be great. So second year, 18 students like yourself in this class, and had 18 in the last semester. And
I can say, you know, being a student in your class, all the insight you bring to the class just from working in CBS and ESPN, it's definitely very insightful.
Thanks. Thank you.
So next question, kind of a basic one. What is your personal favorite sport to broadcast? You know, they're giving you assignments. What's the one that you get and you're like, yes?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite is basketball. I don't know. I really like doing the games. There's a lot of them, but you know, it's a little bit easier to prepare and get ready for them. I mean, I love football. I love doing games of football, but you know, you're looking at 3.5, 4-hour games. I know it's only once a week, but there's just a lot more that goes into it, and it's just a little bit harder to navigate. I feel like, you know, whether you're talking to coaches or players. Basketball, it's all kind of one level playing field, really. Division I, like 363 teams. Everybody's got a chance to win their conference tournament. Everybody's got a chance to go to the NCAA tournament. I know a lot of the coaches. I'm very familiar with the places we go to. It's 2 hours. You're at midcourt. There's 5 guys on each team. It's just a little bit easier. I really enjoy doing basketball. And then lacrosse. We do lacrosse in the springtime, and I've been doing that for many, many years. So, but yeah, basketball is probably my favorite.
Wow. So, you know, when you do those basketball games, I'm sure it's great to meet the players and meet the coaches and be part of that atmosphere. So, I heard you mention you went to UMass. You also got your first job here at Delaware. But how did you get into the sports broadcasting industry? You know, what was your almost step-by-step process?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of fortunate. I just felt like I knew what I wanted to do. Like growing up, it was probably like 9th grade. I was like, yeah, I want to be a sportscaster. You know, so we didn't really have anything at our high school or anything to get involved with. But I followed around a couple times some people at a local radio station, and I just, you know, I kind of practiced it, pretend, you know, watching games and stuff. But I knew I needed to go to a college that had like a sports station and TV and newspaper that I can get involved with. So UMass had that 40 minutes south from my house in Brattleboro, Vermont, where I grew up. And I just did. I went right there, went right to the student radio, TV, newspaper, and worked on that for 4 years and got all my experience there, and I was very fortunate to get this job after school.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, it worked out great, huh?
Yep.
So in your illustrious career, what has been your proudest moment so far, Mike?
There's a lot. There's a lot of games, a lot of places I've been, a lot of people. I mean, it's really about the people too. I think we've all kind of come to this after years and years. You're not always going to remember every single game or place you went, but you know, how about the different people that you've come across? I mean, and there's a lot of great ones, and I've made a lot of great friends. I've been fortunate to do the Olympics, so you know, I can't say that that's not, you know, probably some of the highlights. Going over to Torino, Italy, as one of my first ever Olympics. Vancouver, I was there. Was able to do 3 other Olympics, but from the studio at NBC on TV. So I wasn't able to go to the site, but we did all those games. Field hockey, speed skating. So I've done a lot of that stuff. And then here, when I was at Delaware, I got to call a national championship game in 2003 when they won the now FCS national title in football. So that was a fun season. So there's been a lot of great memories.
Yeah, some really big moments there. I'm sure you feel really proud. So a couple more questions. What are some future goals and aspirations you have, you know, either as a teacher, sportscaster, you know, as a father?
Yeah. No, I mean, teaching, I'd love to keep going with this, and ultimately, you know, work with the students like yourself to get onto games that Delaware produces and airs, you know, whether it's online or on TV and stuff like that. So and building this department and growing this comm department, you know, along with everything else here, to really become like a breeding ground for students to be able to get on and get professional jobs. So I'm looking into that. We're just getting started, which is awesome. So that, I have a 4.5-year-old daughter who's been great. You know, love being with her and helping, you know, to help her grow and learn and down the road. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. And then
a full-time job.
Yeah, it is a full-time job. Looking forward to her coming to some games down the road. She's like, "Are you going away, Daddy, this weekend to talk on the microphone?" I go, "Yeah, I'm on the microphone." So she knows. But and then professionally, like, I love what I'm doing, but I'd love to do some professional sports. Like, I haven't really done pro sports. It's been all college, high school. NFL would be a dream job there on TV, and then NBA on TV, and then, you know, maybe someday the NCAA men's basketball tournament, since I love doing basketball. But a lot of that stuff's on CBS and Fox, and, you know, I'm on ESPN and NBC, so it all depends.
Well, that's funny you say that. You actually just answered my last question, was where can we watch your games?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, on ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN. It could be any of the networks. ESPN flagship, ESPN2, ESPNU, ESPN News. They all air on those. ESPN Plus. We do a lot of stuff online too as well. And the app, yep, and the NBC.
Any games you're watching, look out for Mike Corey in the play-by-play. Mike, again, it was so nice to have
you. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Great talking to you, Tyler.
Yeah, make sure to look out for Mike Corey, and thanks for watching.